of wintry weather for parts of North Georgia as we head through the morning on Wednesday. So we do not currently have a weather impact alert because the amount of snow we're expecting, the extent of those impacts, not to the extremity of what a winter weather impact alert would be a qualifier of. But Wednesday morning, tracking some light snow to the north. So the impact is really going to be on far North Georgia, the commuting. We're talking about several counties that have higher elevations, where in those higher elevations, a lot of the roadways could become slick, they could become snow covered. But in Atlanta Metro, we are not expecting snow accumulations. We're not expecting much in the way of even flurries to show up mixing in with that snowfall. Current set of winter weather advisories here for far northwest and northeast Georgia. Starting at 1 a.m. tonight through Thursday morning, we're talking about snowfall totals for a lot of these places only around a half an inch, but in the higher elevations up to an inch of snow going to be possible. The other thing I want to talk about here is that as opposed to some of our previous weather setups, for example, the last one we had back in late January, the temperatures are much different. Okay, our temperatures as the snow is falling, they're going to be just above freezing. So this will largely mean that the road surfaces, the main road surfaces, especially if they were treated, shouldn't be highly impacted. And you can see here on our models, I mean, there are some areas in far North Georgia in the higher elevations that could see some accumulations around an inch or so. But for the most part, you might see some snow, but not a lot of it is going to be sticking and accumulating, especially in places like Chattooga County, Rome, Gordon County as well, and Dalton area, and then up into Helen and Dahlonega as well. We'll be talking about some snow falling, but it's primarily going to be those grassy and elevated surfaces that end up seeing that snowfall stick. Another comparison is some of our less high resolution models, which also shows you a comparison of where we could see some of that snow coming down. You can also see it's mostly far North Georgia, the mountains. I mean, it's possible there could be a little bit of snow that falls in northwest Georgia, but it's not going to be a widespread sticking type of situation for us. So Wednesday morning's a time frame. Snow to the far north, light accumulations, especially grassy and elevated surfaces, but not as much on the main roadways if you just get a little burst of snowfall. For the metro area, it's mostly going to be rain in some of our northernmost suburbs. We're talking about Cherokee County, kind of Gainesville area, Hall County. There could be some bursts of snow that mix in, but I do not expect that to stick and accumulate. You can see clouds building in this afternoon, and then out to our west, tracking the weather system just beginning. You can see some snow breaking out there for the Ozarks and down into eastern Oklahoma. And then on the south side of this, we've got a lot of moisture. But here in North Georgia tonight, as the temperatures drop into the 30s, we'll be talking about that chance of snow breaking out. And winter alerts do light up the map. We've got not just the winter storm warnings and winter weather advisories, but also some cold weather alerts on the backside of the system already showing up across the southern plains. Even the winter storm watch there for parts of southern Virginia. Forecast track hour by hour. Clouds will increase this evening. Clouds will increase overnight, but it's not until after 3-4 in the morning that the first snowflakes start to fall. And you see here where we're kind of setting up that rain snow line. It's across far North Georgia. But the temperatures, even where we're seeing snow, they're marginal. So this is a wet snow. It is not a dry, powdery snow that instantly creates a sheet of ice on the roadways. It's going to be one of those wet snows. And with temperatures today up in the 50s and 40s in the mountains, this will mean that a lot of that snowfall may not initially stick and accumulate on road surfaces. But when the snow comes down in a good enough clip for a couple of hours in the morning, then we start to see even those roadways overcome with some snow sticking and becoming a little bit slushy and slick out there. So even this forecast track run at 7 o'clock tomorrow morning, you can see the snow in that northern couple of tiers of counties. You also notice in the north side of the metro, a little bit of pink showing up. There could be a few flakes mixing in at times right around sunrise. But again, you see these temperatures, upper 30s, Marietta, upper 30s, Duluth, upper 30s in Canton. Even if we see a few flakes mixing in, it is too warm for that snow to stick and accumulate. It's a quick moving system, bringing some rain showers to the south, and already by 9 o'clock in the morning, it's pretty much winding down in terms of the winter weather. And we'll see the last of that rain clearing out of the metro by about midday on Wednesday. And then for Wednesday afternoon, we may not see a whole lot of sunshine, but returning to dry weather and gusty winds drive in much colder temperatures behind this weather system. Talking about temperatures on Thursday, largely in the 30s with wind chills in the 20s. You can see sunshine mixed with some of that cloud cover outside right now. Temperature in Atlanta 53 degrees, 51 Canton, 50 in Blairsville. With some sunshine, the asphalt surfaces absorb that energy from the sun. It warms the pavement surfaces up during the day. So overnight tonight, that's helping us out, not having that ground becoming slick and snow covered instantly. It will first melt those snowflakes as they're initially falling. You can see the cloud cover really increasing the rest of the day today, and then overnight tonight through about 3 a.m. we're still dry, and then first thing tomorrow morning we track rain for the metro, temperatures upper 30s right around 40, and then again snow in the North Georgia mountains, but that snow will be tapering off by midday. I do want to show you what's coming behind this though. Look at this. By Thursday morning, really gusty winds picking up. Some of those wind gusts can be on the order of 30 miles per hour. Borderline wind advisory criteria, but that's going to drop these wind chills behind this chance of rain and snow into the teens and single digits by first thing Thursday morning. You even notice Blairsville, 7 degrees for the wind chill Thursday morning, 16 in Atlanta, 22 in Athens. There's not a lot of moisture coming, but anything that's still left on the roadways is going to refreeze on Wednesday night and could really lead to some black ice scenarios for first thing on Thursday morning. Thursday afternoon, staying gusty and cold, wind chills in the 20s all day, and then those wind chills again by Friday morning down in the single digits and low teens. So a very cold blast of Arctic air coming, coldest of the month so far for certain, and coldest since that deep freeze we had earlier in January. High temperatures going downhill. Today we're up in the mid 50s, tomorrow mid 40s, Thursday 30s. Some areas in far North Georgia and the mountains may stay right around the freezing mark on Thursday afternoon, and then gradually thawing things out into the weekend, but those morning lows do drop down into hard freeze territory everywhere. Tonight, Atlanta not getting below freezing. Again, we expect all rain in Atlanta. Some of our northern suburbs could see a few flakes mixing in. Nothing would stick and accumulate though based on these temperatures. 25 Thursday morning, Friday 20, yes, 20 degrees. That'll be our coldest morning of the month so far, getting down that low. And then Saturday and Sunday, gradually by the end of the weekend, seeing those temperatures climbing back up above freezing for the overnight low. So this is what we're big picture looking at. It's this shot of snow early on Wednesday, then really cold air to follow at the end of the week. So again, winter weather advisory far north, tracking that for first thing tomorrow morning. We do have a conference call with the National Weather Service coming up a little bit later this afternoon. It's possible this afternoon there could be some adjustments to that winter weather advisory, and we could also see the first of any schools being impacted announced today later on. We'll have that for you coming up on 11 Alive News starting at 4 o'clock today. And we also, if we do start to get those school closings in or school delays for tomorrow morning or some adjustments to where the winter weather advisory is, we'll be streaming again later this afternoon with that information. We'll see you then.